to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now let's get into the topic matter. Okay, black women get thrown out their houses all the damn time. Black women are getting evicted more than any other race of woman because they refuse to pay their damn bills. Now let me get real with you now. This wouldn't happen if you could keep a good man that can direct you and tell you how to spend your money. But black women, in my most humble opinion, don't know how to spend their money, know how to save their money. Black women love to live above their means. Black women love to act like they live on a reality TV show. So they buy all these nice name brand shit so that their friends can look at it, their girlfriends, and they want them to believe that they're actually doing better than what they actually are doing. They don't even got $500 in their damn accounts. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, it plays some clips for educational purposes and use them for fair use, and also show you what women have to say about them getting thrown out on their ear on the daily. Now, let me go ahead and play these videos for you, ladies and gentlemen. One moment, please, and put it on the screen.
Housing security in the U.S. since the pandemic is on track to become a crisis, and black women are being affected the most by it. According to Eviction Lab, there were more than 434,000 evictions last year. So for some context to this, the eviction moratorium was in place for a large portion of the year, but the number of renters at risk of eviction as of January spiked to about 3 million and counting. And of those, black women have the highest average of eviction filed against them at 6.2%, compared to white women at 3.4%. Now that equates to 1 in 4 black renters living in a place where black eviction filing rates were almost double than that of their white counterparts.
Now, whose fault is that, black women? Is it the black man's fault? It's always somebody else's fault that you're getting kicked out, right? Oh, yes. Now, let me show you some numbers of how black women were getting kicked out before the pandemic, how they got kicked out during the pandemic, and many more. Because, it's everybody else's fault. And I'm lying. So here you go. For those of you who love to see a number and the statistic crawl across your screen, here it is. Even before the pandemic, black women were the most vulnerable to job loss, most likely to be a single heads of households, and most likely to be evicted. Research from the ACLU and Princeton's eviction lab show black women renters get evicted at twice the rate of white renters. It ain't black man's fault. It's your fault. Here's another one. During the pandemic, when y'all was crying. All right, here we go. Throughout the pandemic, many people took advantage of the emergency rental assistance program to help pay rent. Data, facts now, shows that 85% of those served were black women. Another one. Black women face greater risk of eviction than any other group. I'll give you another one from the USA Today. An eviction crisis for black women. So black women have been getting kicked out on the daily, and they always want to blame somebody else. And I'm going to give you an example of a woman who blamed black men for the reason why they have this, and it's foolishness. Let's get started.
Black women being evicted, it's a very high rate. Let's talk about a possible reason behind it. From what I've been seeing on the internet, men are saying that it's because black women aren't choosing to date or be with black men. Okay. As a caveat to that, black women are higher when it comes to domestic violence. So
let me ask you something. What does getting your ass whooped have anything to do with you not being able to pay your bill if you're a single woman? So it's already going the wrong way right now. Already.
Black women are higher when it comes to domestic violence. So domestic violence in black family households is at 46%. So the fact that that rate is so high might be a correlation to why black women are choosing to live alone as opposed to living with their significant other.
If you do got a man that put his hands on you, and I do not promote domestic violence of any kind, but if you got that kind of man, you pick that kind of man. And something else, him whooping your ass has nothing to do with you not paying your bills. If you're living by yourself, what he doing? He coming in on the weekend whooping your ass, he leave, and you pay the bills on the first? What the hell?
Another reason why Black women might be choosing to live alone as opposed to just not wanting to be with a Black man is because African American male homelessness is the highest in the nation.
Okay, let me ask you this. What does a homeless person who has no home has anything to do with a person who has a home who could not pay their bills? And most of you women, when you get kicked out, you're not going to your mama house all the time. There are many homeless women in the street as well as men. I see them all the time in Houston. So you explain to me, how does a homeless person got anything to do with you not being able to spend money on your own home when most of you are on government assistance anyway and don't have to pay $12 a month?
Out of all the other races, I understand that you're talking about Black women being evicted, but according to the statistics, Black men are already homeless in most cases.
What kind of woman, if he's already homeless, why the hell are you with him? Think about what you just said. Most Black men are homeless. So if he's a homeless man, don't have shit, why are you in a relationship with him anyway and move him in for? This is an example of women not wanting to take responsibility for not knowing how to take care of themselves. This is sad. Let me play another video with someone that got some damn sense. 1 second. This lady actually has some sense. Listen to her.
Let's talk about this. I've seen a lot of women on TikTok saying that it is the Black man's fault that Black women are being evicted. And that's not the case, okay? The reason we are being evicted at a higher rate is because, and don't take big offense, but let's make some changes, is because we're not financially responsible.
Like I said earlier, a lot of you women don't know how to budget your money. You want to spend money to look like you got money when you ain't got no damn money at all. You want to spend your money so that Shaniqua and Keisha and Tamika can think that you're actually doing better than what you really are. You don't know how to prioritize your bills. You need to pay your mortgage or your rent first, then pay your car note, but pay food. No, you rather take your money and go buy some fake ass eyelashes and stuff, go buy a Rose vibrator and go buy some annihilators and try to get another phone and get a case for your phone and look for a new charger. This is what you do with your money. That's why you need a man to teach you how to do it right.
Okay, we're not prioritizing our bills and allocating our funds correctly. Okay, I had one of my residents told me, she said, I have to pay my more important bills first. Now, unless you're planning on sleeping in your car payment is not the most important bill you have. Everybody might.
Ain't that funny that you got to tell a grown ass woman that?
See you driving around in it, but that's not the most important bill that you have. Your rent is the most important bill that you have. And so that's why that needs to be paid first, because in renting, you stay here as long as you pay here.
Now think about this. Think about this, gentlemen. Women don't know this, that you need to pay your damn rent. I believe it. Women have no sense, man. Like, all this is my personal opinion. I am not women bashing. I'm not Black women bashing. I'm not doing any of that. This is my personal opinion, my points of view. How is it that women are getting thrown out on their ear more than anyone else? That means when the constable or the policeman tell you get the hell out the apartment, you got to go ahead, girl, and take your air mattress out the floor and kick aside those empty ramen noodle cups and knock over them empty Sprite cans and get your shit and put it all on the curb outside and find a place to stay. Ain't our fault. It's your fault. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments about this subject. Y'all have a good one now. You hear?